The picnic that turned me into a girl. I had always been the quiet one in our friend group, the person who preferred to stay in the background while my friends shone brightly. My friends often joked that I should be more adventurous and daring, but stepping out of my comfort zone was never easy for me. It was my best friend, Alex, who brought excitement and spontaneity into my life. One day, while wandering through a local thrift store, Alex spotted a beautiful floral dress that seemed to call to me from across the room. "Try it on," they urged, their eyes sparkling with mischief. I hesitated, feeling my heart race at the thought. "Come on, it'll be fun. Just think of it as a costume for our picnic this weekend," Alex insisted, grinning widely. The idea intrigued me. I had never considered wearing a dress, let alone in front of friends. But the allure of trying something new was tempting. Reluctantly, I agreed, and that decision would lead me down a path I never expected. In the small, dimly lit dressing room, I stood before the mirror, holding the dress up to my body. It was a vintage piece with soft, flowing fabric adorned with delicate flowers. I couldn't help but admire its beauty, but doubts flooded my mind. What would it feel like to wear something so bold? "Just try it," Alex called from outside the curtain, sensing my hesitation. With a deep breath, I slipped into the dress. As the soft fabric enveloped me, I felt an unexpected rush of exhilaration and fear all at once. "Okay, now the makeup," Alex said, bursting through the door before I could respond. I chuckled nervously as they pulled out a small makeup bag filled with colorful cosmetics. "You're going to look amazing." Sitting on a stool in front of the mirror, I watched as Alex transformed me. They expertly applied foundation, blush, and a hint of eyeshadow. I felt the flutter of nerves but also a growing excitement. As I watched, I began to see someone new take shape, a version of me I had never dared to explore. "Let's add some finishing touches," Alex exclaimed as they reached for a bright pink lipstick. I could hardly recognize the person staring back at me. My hair was styled in soft waves, and the floral crown Alex had made from real flowers sat delicately atop my head. The vibrant colors and elegant design made me feel like I was stepping into a fantasy. Finally, the moment arrived to reveal my transformation. As I stepped out of the dressing room, I felt butterflies in my stomach. Alex clapped their hands in delight. "You look stunning. Just wait until our friends see you." We made our way to the park where our friends were gathering for the picnic. The sun shone brightly, casting a warm glow over the area. As we approached, I felt a mixture of excitement and anxiety. I had never worn anything like this in public before. "Just remember to have fun," Alex whispered as we neared the picnic area. I nodded, my heart racing. As we laid out the picnic blanket, my friends began to arrive, each one greeted by the sight of me in the dress. Their reactions were priceless. "Wow, you look incredible," exclaimed Sarah, one of our mutual friends. I felt a swell of pride at their compliments. This was a side of me I had never revealed, and I was beginning to enjoy the attention. "Who knew you could pull off a dress like that?" joked Mark, playfully pretending to swoon. I laughed, feeling more comfortable in my skin. The afternoon was filled with laughter, games, and delicious food. We played frisbee, and I ran around with my friends, feeling more alive than ever. Each moment in the dress felt liberating. I danced, twirled, and even posed for pictures, laughing at how carefree I had become. As the sun began to set, casting golden rays across the park, we gathered around the picnic blanket to eat. I sat between Alex and Sarah, feeling a warmth in my heart. The conversation turned deeper as we shared stories about our lives and experiences. I felt compelled to open up as well. "You know, I've always felt like I didn't quite fit in," I confessed, glancing down at the dress. "Wearing this today, it made me realize there's more to me than I thought." The words tumbled out, and I felt a sense of vulnerability wash over me. My friends nodded, encouraging me to share more. I've always been shy and hesitant to express myself, but today I feel different. I feel confident and free. Alex smiled, their eyes sparkling with understanding. "You're more than just quiet or shy. You have a beautiful spirit, and this dress just brings it out. It's like you've stepped into a new version of yourself." The validation felt incredible. As I listened to my friends share their own insecurities, I realized that we all had our struggles. I wasn't alone in feeling different or out of place. This moment of connection deepened our friendship, and I felt a bond that was more profound than ever before. As the evening wore on, the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of pink and orange. The park was bathed in a warm golden light, and I felt a sense of peace wash over me. We gathered for a group photo, and as we posed together, I felt a surge of happiness. This was me, no longer the shy background character, but a vibrant part of our group. The laughter and joy enveloped me like a warm hug. But as the night drew to a close, I felt a bittersweet twinge in my heart. I didn't want to lose the newfound confidence I had discovered. Alex noticed my expression and placed a reassuring hand on my shoulder. "Remember how you felt today?" they said softly. "You can carry that feeling with you always. Just because you're not wearing the dress doesn't mean you can't embrace that side of yourself." I nodded, a smile creeping back onto my face. "You're right, this is just the beginning." As I drove home that night, I glanced in the rearview mirror, catching a glimpse of the person I had become. The dress may have been temporary, but the transformation it sparked within me was lasting. I had discovered not just a new look, but a new perspective, one that would inspire me to embrace every part of who I am, both inside and out. In the days following the picnic, I found myself reflecting on the experience often. I started to experiment with my style, incorporating small elements that made me feel confident, whether it was adding a splash of color to my wardrobe or trying out new hairstyles. I began to express myself more openly, not just through my clothing but in my interactions with others. One afternoon, I met up with Alex at our favorite cafe. As we sipped our drinks, I told them how much the picnic had impacted me. "I feel like I'm starting to discover who I really am. It's like a weight has been lifted." "I'm so proud of you," Alex replied, beaming. "You've always had that spark inside you. You just needed a little push to let it shine. Remember, this is just the start of your journey." I left the cafe feeling empowered, knowing that I was on a path of self-discovery. Each day was a chance to embrace new aspects of myself, to challenge my insecurities, and to express who I truly was. Looking back at that day in the floral dress, I realized it was more than just an outfit. It was a gateway to a newfound confidence and self-acceptance. The experience had opened my eyes to the beauty of transformation, both external and internal. I learned that trying something different doesn't mean losing who you are. It means discovering parts of yourself you never knew existed. I promised myself to carry this lesson forward, to embrace every part of my identity and to encourage others to do the same. With each new adventure, I felt more connected to my true self, and I knew that I was finally stepping into the light. Thanks for joining me on this journey of transformation. If you love the story, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends.